Welcome to the latest in Vendetta Sports Media's series of NBA previews. My name's Jarrod Prosser. I'm here with the boss man, Trey Daubert. Today, Trey and I will be talking about the Philadelphia 76ers, perhaps one of the most polarizing teams in the NBA over the last few seasons. You either love them or you hate them, which is fairly common with anything to do with Philly sports. But this team in particular, they tend to inspire a lot of defensive speech, and they tend to invite a lot of hate as well. So let's dive right into this one, Trey. Let's talk about the season that's just gone, which was frankly a pretty disappointing one for Philly.
Yeah, all of the James Harden playoff warts, they were on full display.
Yeah.
I guess maybe this is the new Harden that we should expect, that he's more of a passer than a pure 30-point per game scorer now. I don't know if that is or isn't true, but once again, Philadelphia went home way sooner than they maybe probably should have, considering the season that Joel Embiid just had too.
But typical Philly as well. Like even when, Harden had some shining moments in the playoffs. He was wonderful against Toronto. Mm-hmm. But even in typical Philly fashion, it wasn't just Harden. It was Embiid getting his face broken at one point in the playoffs as well.
Yeah. I just think, given their talent level, they should be able to hang with a Miami better than they did.
Yeah. I tend to agree. I think Miami did it a little bit with smoke and mirrors, and look, that comes down to Eric Spoelstra, who might be the best coach in the NBA.
Absolutely.
But I tend to agree. There was a bit of a disappointing season for Philly, considering the talent level. But it's a talent level that in the offseason, Trey, they not only improved, but I think they improved the types of talent as well. The players that complement their stars, that fit around their stars. So run us through who they brought in, who they lost.
The band is back. Daryl Morey said, "I want all my Houston Rockets."
Oh, mate, this was, I know I've used this meme in a story, but this is Jake and Elwood Blues on a mission from God.
Absolutely. The band is back. Daryl Morey saw his guys, and he went out and got his guys. PJ Tucker signs a 3-year contract. I don't know if I would have given him 3 years, but Daryl Morey wanted his man, and he's back.
He's only, 63, 64 years old? Yeah, that seems fair.
Probably has another 10 in him.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Look, to be honest, if anyone does have another 10 years in him at 37, I would actually say it's probably PJ Tucker, even ahead of LeBron. There's something about that guy. He is indestructible. He's incredible, PJ Tucker. I love him.
Yeah, well, he's back. So that, if anything, he fits right in with Philadelphia's grind. Another Houston Rockets guy, Daniel House. He's even back. Montrezl Harrell. He's even back. I guess Morey's back. So a lot of these Houston Rockets guys came in. And the biggest trade that they made, Danny Green out. That was part of the Horford getting rid of him. Danny Green got traded for DeAnthony Melton. Had an okay season. Yeah, had an okay season with the Memphis Grizzlies. Should be somebody that can help Philadelphia off the bench. So quite a busy offseason for the Sixers. And hey, best news of all, DeAndre Jordan is not back. So that may have been the biggest upgrade that they could have possibly made.
Addition by subtraction. There we
Absolutely.
go. I got to admit, I'd kind of forgotten he was even on the team. That's how much of an impact he had. My goodness. Look, I absolutely love the pickups that they've made. Yes, it's an improvement in talent, but it's the right type of talent. Melton and House are just devastatingly good wing defenders, and they can both shoot.
Hey, maybe Harden and Montrezl Harrell can have some kind of pick and roll chemistry. I don't think that's outrageous to where Harrell could be an off the bench scorer and big man for them. I know he's not great defensively, but I mean, the things he did with Lou Williams, why can't he do them with James Harden?
Harden's a better passer and a better shooter than Sweet Lou. And look, to be honest, you mentioned Harden going into this new phase of his career. I'm not much of a betting man. I don't, place bets or don't place many bets at all, really. But I was moved to put a little bit of money on Harden to lead the league in assists. I honestly think that, if he's healthy, and that's a big if with that hamstring of his, but if he is healthy, I honestly think we could get. We're not going to get 30-point triple doubles like we used to, but I still think we can get a 20-point, 12 assists, 6 rebounds type of play every
I'm
night.
not even sure he has to be healthy. He just has to get rid of the fat suits. Like wherever he's hiding the fat suits in his house, just get rid of those. We're good.
So you think his beard is actually just this tiny, thin little layer of hair and it's a massive chin underneath?
It could be.
Oh, man, that's an image. That's an image. I've got that in my head now of fat James Harden. I love the Melton and House pickups. Harrell is a perfect backup center who can dominate weaker defenders without getting dominated himself against fellow backups.
Daniel House did a nice job for Utah last year.
Daniel House was so underused by Utah in the playoffs last season. I think he was criminally underused by Snyder, and that might be the only bad thing you'll ever hear me say about Quinn Snyder. Wonderful coach, but I don't think he knew what he had in Daniel House. He should have supplanted Royce O'Neal really early in that Dallas series.
Hey, first round pick Royce O'Neal. Don't forget.
That's a travesty that Utah got a first round pick for him. But back at the ranch, back with Philly, I absolutely love their transactions this offseason. I think they've really, really improved their roster. They've designed a perfect roster around their stars. So, speaking of their stars, Trey, a year ago, this might have been a little bit of a debate, but I'm pretty sure I know the answer to who is Philadelphia's star man.
This is Joel Embiid's team. Arguably could have been the MVP a year ago. Had at least a case for it.
A strong case.
Very strong.
I don't think he should have been, but he definitely had a very strong case.
Strong case. So, I mean, that says all you need to know. If you got an MVP candidate on your side, he's one of the 5-10 most talented players, and that might be too low in the entire league. Any given night that Joel Embiid's on, you never know what you're going to get, but there's always a chance you're going to get special. So they go as far as he goes.
Absolutely. And it's not just offensively as well. He's a defensive demon, great rebounder, brilliant shot blocker, developing as a playmaker still. His playmaking at the moment is pretty good. And I think he's still got levels to go in his passing.
Down in the post, I mean, nobody on the Celtics can guard him. That's for sure.
Oh, he's a behemoth. 7'2". He's a mountain of a man.
Yeah.
He's just huge. He's absolutely huge. So, look, I tend to agree. Look, Harden is in a different phase of his career.
I think he should bring back the face mask. Just go the face mask the whole year for Embiid.
If he's going to do it, he's got to, it's almost got to be like a hockey goalie, one of those old Ken Dryden era 70s hockey mask.
I think it'll make him look scarier.
Yeah, bloody oath. Absolutely. Or just go the whole white and, the white mask and lean into the Jason Voorhees thing.
That works.
So, look, my God, there's a cast of thousands that could be the X factor for the Sixers this season. But Trey, who have you gone with?
I don't know if this is a cop-out answer, but am I allowed to use Tyrese Maxey?
Oh no, this is your shot, mate. Go for it.
I mean,
you can use it if you wish.
I think Tyrese Maxey is the most important player in the 76ers because in reality, if you just kind of look at everything, he should replace Tobias Harris as your next max player, or at least hopefully can do that. He's got a contract to play for here coming up real soon. So, and Philadelphia needs some scoring outside of James Harden's not dropping 30, 35 anymore. He's got to be the guy. He's got to be the guy. 20 of these puppies are on my back. I'm going to find a way to score them. So I think Maxey has to take a huge step forward and be that third star.
And
maybe he already is.
Yeah, look, he probably is, but he's shown the flashes. Yeah, Maxey's here. He's got to find some consistency now.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get with Toby Harris. He's going to give you, 17 to 20 points a game, 8 rebounds. He's going to shoot the ball pretty well. He's going to attack.
There's going to be 5 moments to talk yourself into him being underrated, and then when it really matters most, you're going to sit there and be like, "Damn it!"
Yep. He is what he is at this point of his career. He's been around for 10 or 11 years now. He started when he was really, really young. So you know what you're getting with him. Harden, we think we know what we're getting with him. If he's healthy, he might still have a year to go back. He might have a little bit of an Indian summer. But at the same time, if he's not, he could really fall off a cliff. So,
Hey, he didn't take the max. He said, Daryl Morey, go get my guys. Go get PJ Tucker. He took less than the max.
Yeah, he absolutely did. And I thought I put a story up, with the start of free agency as to what the major, I think I had 22, 23 free agents listed in there. And I said, oh, absolutely. Put the house on it. Harden will opt in. And he didn't even, it's not like he opted out either. He just let the deadline to opt in pass and said, Daryl,
he said, give me the rest.
Yeah. Do your thing. And I've made my money. I'll take whatever's left over. And, it's rare to see that. Rare to see that in a star. So it's I got to admit, it's James Harden cops a lot of shit from NBA media and NBA Twitterati, but good on him in this occasion. He's done the team thing, which he hasn't always been. Do
you have an X factor? I don't know who else it would be.
I probably would have said Harden simply because the variance in what you can get is so vast.
At least give me a Korkmaz or something.
No, yeah. Look, honestly, though, I think Korkmaz is because wonderful shooter, but like he's a ghost defensively. You can just walk through him. So now with Melton on board, now with House on board, Korkmaz is a breaking case of emergency guy. But Harden could go for 25 a game if he's healthy. Because remember, he's only 33. It's not like he's ancient. He could go for 15 a game if that hamstring is absolutely terrible and he doesn't take his fitness seriously.
Russell Westbrook looks ancient at 33.
Yeah, but that's because he can't shoot and he's 100% reliant on athleticism. There is very, very little craft to Russell Westbrook's game.
Yeah.
Even at 20, you could tell he was going to age badly.
Yeah.
But, Harden has craft. He's got the ability to see passes that most people can't even conceive of, let alone execute. But
and he's a little bit of a bowling ball from hell in defensively. I mean, it's hard to move him off his spot.
He's strong as an ox.
Yeah.
Back when I was playing Elite Junior, I used to run the point, but we had long-limbed, skinny athletes around me, and I was a short, stocky point guard. I used to defend fours because 6'6" guys, 6'8" guys couldn't move me in the post. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm not huge, but I was strong. And Harden's the same boat. He can't stay in front of people. He's not laterally quick enough, especially now. But he's so tough to move in the post. He's a cinderblock.
Yeah.
So, I would have had Harden as my X factor just because of the variance. It's just wild in what he might give you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't mind the Maxey one because he's that guy that could become that next star to join Embiid. Yeah, as Harden drops away, Maxey
he has to.
Yeah. The Sixers have no choice in the matter. Yeah. He needs to be that next guy. And that will. If he does ascend as a genuine star, an all-star level player, man, that could take Philly so far. Really good.
Absolutely.
So, Trey, let's wrap this one up. The record. How many games did Philadelphia win? Where do they finish in the conference?
I think they'll probably, this might be crazy to say, but I think they'll probably be around where they were last year. 4 seed, 50 to 55 wins. I don't think they're better than Boston or Milwaukee still. I know maybe you might disagree, but I think they're in that 50 to 55 range, 3 or 4 seed, can make the Eastern Conference semifinals, but unless we're getting the 30-point per game Harden and not this assist guy, I don't know if they're ever getting over the hump and going to the finals.
Yeah, look, there's so much that has gone wrong for this team between Harden aging as they picked him up, Embiid finding new and inventive ways to hurt himself every
not
playoffs,
being able to find a coach better than Doc Rivers,
and Toby Harris being Toby Harris. There's so many things that just consistently go wrong, but there's a newfound depth there. We barely even mentioned PJ Tucker outside of talking about his contract at the start. He's going to be huge for this team. He's going to be absolutely huge for this team.
If he has anything left.
Yeah, but again, I think PJ's the sort of guy who's going to play until he's 80. we'll run into him. Seriously, I'll be coaching my grandkids, and suddenly PJ Tucker rocks up and is just playing on the next court in just a pickup game.
Maybe he'll be the Sixers Udonis Haslem.
Yeah, that's it. Jimmy Butler's not going to fight anyone because PJ's going to beat him up. Oh man, Haslam's so good. I love that clip when Butler started going at Spoelstra.
Yeah,
and Haslam just like one word. Haslam says one word, and everybody goes, "Oh yeah, okay, no, we'll stop." Yeah, sorry. To have that much power in one man, it's just amazing. So you reckon they're going to finish pretty much the same, that low 50s win total?
Yeah, third or fourth in the East.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, that's your Philadelphia 76ers from Trey Daubert. Follow Trey at Trey Daubert on Twitter. You can follow me, Jarrod Prosser, at hey_hey_its_JP. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All of our NBA previews will be up there, as well as plenty of other content. So for Trey Daubert, I'm Jarrod Prosser. We'll see you for our next NBA preview. Bye for now.